and I didn't check in to see if Tom was eating it or if he wanted to or anything. We just talked later, and like neither one of us was it even a consideration.
Wasn't the time.
We had our first like get together outing at someone's house since we've started carnivore.
Hadn't really thought about it until today. I guess I hadn't till you mentioned it. Had you?
Well, I know it was different because I was making
Right.
hors d'oeuvres and sides for it, and
Yeah, you were
I
working.
haven't had
I
to
was
do
talking to you.
that. You were.
Not
So
much help.
we got invited through his niece,
Yay.
and it was 4 couples and their kids and I was going to say homeowner because we do construction all the time. What's
Oh
it
gosh.
called? The man of the house?
Yeah.
Wherever the host.
The host.
host.
Yes.
Made a brisket, and it was delicious.
Best one I've ever had.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Best brisket ever. So we knew that was going to be the main course, and then everyone else brings sides. And so I made some tiny meatballs that tasted terrible. They didn't taste terrible. They didn't taste great.
They needed sauce that we don't eat.
Right? So we'll try the tiny meatballs later. But and some cheese and some meat sticks from the local butcher that we like. And then I made some deviled eggs, and I used butter mayo. I was just like TikToking, and I was like carnivore butter mayo, and I just figured it out. And
those were pretty good.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all right. So it was just very interesting because it's the first time that we have gone to someone's house, and there's all the other sides, and they had these elaborate desserts and all the other things. And they were asking us about.
Well, the carnivore came up because my niece and her husband have been carnivore.
At times.
They're not at the moment. I know they were talking about getting back on. Yeah. And so the friends of theirs, they talk about it all the time. So it was like an open discussion. So we didn't walk into hostile territory by any means.
No.
It was
and we already knew that. So,
right.
And we did we weren't starving when we left.
No.
We didn't, set ourselves up like that. But it was really interesting. So the brisket was amazing, and we had plenty of the sides to,
good.
The eggs and the.
Yeah, I just had brisket and eggs, a few pieces of cheese.
I had a meatball just out of principle because I worked hard on those.
I had it at home. Good enough.
But it was interesting for dessert.
No, they're dog treats.
I know, they're dog treats.
They like them.
They love them. So what was really interesting is when dessert time came around, because Tom and I's favorite dessert is tres leches cake. And
yummy.
That we've talked about, if we were ever to deviate, it would be like a really good tres leches.
Right. For me, it'd be on dessert, it'd be tres leches and a good tequila. That's the only thing that I'm like, yeah. Other than that, but that was there.
So right, it's homemade. It looks delicious,
and this guy can cook.
And
we know the dessert had to be good.
And Tom was standing over there in the kitchen with the guys, and I was sitting at the table with the women, which kind of sounds backwards. It was great.
That does, doesn't
I know.
it?
But
that's
everyone, they're serving us and whatever, and I didn't check in to see if Tom was eating it or if he wanted to or anything. We just talked later, and neither one of us was it even a consideration.
Wasn't the time.
So there's something that's just really, really switched for us. With
the switch that Lindy talks about, the off switch, it's also, I don't know, it's it's lost its importance in a way. I think it's the focus. The focus isn't, I don't know, we've talked about this before. We have a breakfast place called First Watch that we like to go to, and I like their it was called
Floridian French toast.
Yeah, and then pancakes were at Denny's. I like their local Denny's, which I don't think anybody does pancakes worth the crap. So Denny's is good.
I think pancakes are crap.
Well, they are crap now. Not saying I won't ever eat one again, but I can't see it in the future for sure. I don't know. It doesn't really add up to that. But anyway, it was like you'd think about places where you'd go eat something. And that First Watch was a place that we had specific things that we do. And so we had targets for all our stuff. And Tres Leches has been a target on the Mexican restaurant. And we had a favorite restaurant when we used to live in Austin, Texas. And
we would kill those big old pieces.
Yeah, we'd bring the people in from work and buy dinner for everybody. And they'd have Tres Leches. And God Lord, we'd eat 2-3 pieces a piece and everybody. And so it's always been a thing, and it was phenomenal there. So it is a target of something you'd want, but it's interesting that it was like right there. We're just standing
Neither
there
one
talking.
of us even, there wasn't even a moment of like, ooh, should we? Or, oh, that sounds so good. Like,
I guess in one sense, you could think this shouldn't even be a topic of discussion, that there would be this war with deviation, but our culture has developed it in us. Our
it's just
lifestyles, our
weird
culture.
we don't
So,
have it anymore when we've had it
right.
our whole lives. That's what I can't get over, and I keep talking about. I hope I'm not boring anyone. It's just that different, that weird, that we would feel.
Well, it'll be 8 months and February 5th, 8 months.
So you're about 8 months almost.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
we're
at,
close.
at that, it's like that you're doing it.
Yeah,
When there's been no deviation,
yeah.
it's done.
You've
I've had
adjusted to a
loads of
whole new
opportunities
way.
if I wanted, or I could
Of
have gone to
course,
anywhere, any
any
amount.
minute. Yeah, any minute. So we had a lovely time.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about the people, all
Yep.
about connecting, meeting new friends, connecting with these people, and it wasn't about the food. The food was amazing. The stuff we ate was
Right.
delicious, and it wasn't like we looked at the people who were eating the other stuff
Don't
and
care.
said,
They do them.
oh, like whatever. This is just what we're doing, and we're super committed to it, and it feels like what we should be doing. And so I'm grateful that we don't have a struggle around that.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it?
It's good.
But good, yeah.
It's good. So we can do social events too. Yay!
So first social outing, successful and
Yay.
interesting and good.
Yes, that's